Welcome back, guys, and today we are jumping into a brand new episode of our SnowRunner RP in SnowRunner. Now, as you may notice, between now and the last episode, which there has been a little bit of a gap between now and the last episode, and I do apologize for that, but the house is looking a little bit different these days. We've got the red Duramax chilling out in front of the house, but don't worry, the other trucks are just getting worked on, and they'll be back here at the house really soon. We had to send some of them off, like some of them needed engine work, some of them needed suspension work, and some of them just needed general maintenance because we had kind of been using them really hard, which, you know what, it makes sense. But there is a bit of a job that we need to get done at the shop. Now, for those of you that haven't watched my SnowRunner RP series before, this is my house right here. We got a cool looking barn, we got a little bit of a nice driveway, and we also have a new gooseneck that I bought in between the last episode and now. A little bit of a gap in there, sorry about that, like I said before. But down the road in town, we have a shop where we actually work on vehicles. We sometimes rescue vehicles from, like, you know, whether they're stuck in the mud or stuck in a creek or if they're broken down. We take them out to the shop, we work on them, we fix them up, and then we send them back to their owners. Now, in this episode, a neighbor of mine a few houses down the road actually called me up and was like, hey, I have an F350 and I need a bunch of work done on it. And so I was like, oh, what kind of work are you talking about? And he was like, well, I need it tuned, like, deleted, I need a bunch of stuff put on it, I need a built transmission thrown in it, and I want a gigantic lift and huge tires put on it. And I said, so, how big of a lift do you want? And so he said, the biggest one you've got. And so I was like, well, I think we might just have to make him something. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and fire up the Duramax, we'll get the gooseneck hooked up, and we'll head out to his place, and we'll pick up the F350, get it out to the shop, and we'll start working on it. Now, let's go ahead and back up, get this thing all hooked up and ready to go. That's about perfect. That is literally just about perfect. All right, so now let's roll on out. Now, like I said before, he doesn't live too far down the road, so let me just make sure there's nobody coming. I'll go ahead and give it a rev so that people know not to pull out. Let's go. Absolutely beautiful out here, though, dude. I have missed this area. I have legitimately missed this area so bad that being out here is like, oh my god, it's so nice being back out here again. And there is that good old F350. Dude, that is a very stock F350. Like, really stock. Cool thing about this is because of the fact that it's literally just, you know, it's just getting modified, it's just getting aftermarket parts, it actually runs, and we can drive it up onto the trailer. So, like, I think people don't always realize how nice it is to be able to just drive up onto the trailer. So let's go ahead and hop out of the truck. We'll walk around here real quick. Walk by the mailbox. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Did he leave the keys anywhere? Probably, like... Oh, he probably hid them somewhere. Probably. Are they under the, like, are they under the mat, like, right there on the... Oh, yep, there they are. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's hop in and fire this thing up. This is definitely going to be an interesting truck. I don't know what it's, I don't know what's done to it. I don't think there's much, but I want to say... All right, let's fire you up and see how you sound. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's get you put up there on the trailer. Man, this thing really is super stock. It's going to be a totally different beast when we're done with it. When it's out of the shop, it is going to be entirely different. I'm going to drag that hitch a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. If we need to replace his hitch, we'll replace his hitch. It's fine. All right, so let's get you all good to go. Make sure it's all ready to be strapped down, which it should be. All right, let's go ahead and run the strap over the front and rear axles and make sure they're good to go. And they should be good. All right, so now let's get the ramps up. We'll fire the Duramax up and we'll get on out to the shop. All right, let's ease it on out of here. This thing's got so much torque, dude. It's got so much. Let's pull into the gas station real quick. Just get some supplies. I know the guys down at the shop will be very... Oh boy, they will definitely appreciate it if we pick up some stuff for them. This is a tight little gas station. I gotta make sure to not Oh, excuse me. Oh, I think all that hurt was my tire. Okay, good, good. I didn't want to scuff the truck up, though. That was not my intention whatsoever. All right, let's ease our way on across the street. I know that this thing is gonna, yeah, we're kind of over both lanes a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, up the hill she goes. I'm gonna try not to take out that dude's mailbox. All right, and there's the shop. So let me pull up alongside, and I'll actually back in so we can get this all... Ow! What did I tell them about putting that power pole right there? We told them we didn't want that. I don't know why they decided it was a good idea. Let go of my truck. Sheesh. All right, let's back you on in. Should be good. Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect. I might need to put some kind of flare out in front of my truck or something, because this is, like, out in the road. And when I say it's out in the road, it's out in the road. I mean, all right. Let's unpack that truck. We'll put the ramps down, and we'll shut this thing down. And, of course, we will walk around back and hop up in the Ford. Now, obviously, we're going to have to hop up on the trailer there. There we go. And now, oh boy, that is not what I wanted to do. Not in any way, shape, or form what I wanted to do. But that's all good. Not a problem. Now, all we got to do is get this thing up here on the lift. I'll back you down. And actually, this is just about perfect. It should line up exactly where we want it to be. Yo, that's exactly what we want. Oh, man. All right, so we got quite a few things on the list for this truck. We got, like, a tune, a bunch of different engine parts. We've got, like, a bigger turbo, injectors, built transmission. I need to actually get it to line up, though, with the lift. There we go. That should be fairly decent anyway. And now, it's time to get this thing up in the air and see what all we have to do to it. And then, of course, we're going to come back soon and see what it looks like when all is said and done. So let's see. Let's get you up in the air and start having a look around. It tilts back a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal. All right. Now, it looks like it might already have an exhaust on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, it's already got a nice exhaust, like axle dump exhaust. That's pretty sick. Dude, that's like a straight up, like, turbo back exhaust. Dang. All right. It's got some nice little shocks on it, too. He was definitely, like, thinking about what he was doing when he put this together originally. But now we can go and get to work, and we'll see this truck back in about a couple of weeks or so. So fast forwarding quite a few weeks into the future, we had to wait for a bunch of stuff. We had to wait for a bunch of parts. There were a bunch of things that didn't come in on time. Then we had to wait for wheels. Then we had to wait for tires. The lift kit, we had most of the pieces for that, but like literally everything else we had to wait for. But it is literally just now being finished up. It's still up on the lift, but we're going to go ahead and walk around back, and we're going to bring it down for the first time. And as you guys can see, it's already a very different truck. We got a brand new front bumper. We got some spots ready to put lights in it. The lights are not here yet, but it's definitely ready to test drive. We've got some absolutely enormous wheels and tires. We've got the whole entire, like, lift arms, lift bracket, custom-made lift bracket, by the way, different rear bumper. We've got the entire exhaust routed up to these two massive stacks. And then now I think it's time to let this thing down off of the lift for what is gonna probably be the very first time. I mean, apart from it being taken up and down, of course, I think that I think this is gonna be the first time that it's actually been on the ground. And you know what? Dude, I've got to get a picture of that on my phone. I've got to get a picture of that on my phone. That looks so sick. Ooh. I don't know why it was freaking out there, but all right, we've got to get a picture of this thing on my phone because you know what? This was a big project for the shop, and the fact that, like, we've gotten it done, we've gotten it wrapped up is, like, super exciting. So now that we've got this thing ready to drop down on the ground, let's see what it's all about when we actually drive it for the first time with this setup on it. We just got to make sure that it doesn't immediately break, because that would not bode very well. But let's hop in it and fire it up for the very first time. Dude, you can see the stacks like right there behind you. Let's fire it up. It sounds pretty similar to what it sounded like before, but yeah, the changed over to the stacks and then of course the new tune. There's wow, it definitely rolls a lot more coal now. Sheesh. Yeah, you can definitely feel that after the tune, the new gears, the new transmission, it's definitely a differently driving truck. Let's get it out to the highway. We'll ease it on out to the highway, and we'll do our very first boosted launch. Now, I wouldn't want to do that on these tires with the stock transmission, because we'd literally rip the stock transmission out of it. But let's see, what time is it? It's like middle of the afternoon. We'll be fine. There's no traffic right now, right? 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 All right. Let's get out here onto the highway, and all right, first boosted launch in this thing. Let's see what it can do. Make sure we're in four-wheel drive. Spool it up. And hit it. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a little bit wild. That's actually a lot more wild than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I was not prepared for that. Let me go ahead and just buff that out just a little bit. All right. One more, and let's try not to literally drive our customer's truck right off the road, but, like, it buffed. It's fine. And we should probably look where we're going and go. Come on. Oh, yeah. This thing is so quick. This thing is so freaking quick, dude. We got it up on two wheels there for a second. Wow. Okay, I would say this passes the initial test with flying colors because, dang, that is a lot of power. Now, I will say, I do want to do one more test with it real quick, and they won't mind us using the rocks in their backyard. I know this guy, he's fine. But let's drive it right out behind this here driveway. Let's see if it'll climb up these rocks. Now, I know that it's got some, like, full-on show-spec wheels and tires on it, but oh my god, that does not stop it from going right up these rocks, though. All right. Well, maybe we should back the truck back down now before not only this guy sees us driving up on his rocks, but before the guy that asked us to do all this sees us driving around in his truck on top of rocks. And that probably wouldn't be the best look. But let's go ahead and drop this thing off. We'll drop off the keys, and I just hope he has a blast with it. I'm going to have to build one of these for myself. I really like this thing. This thing's a monster. Well, let's pull in. All right. And then, of course, I'm just going to call one of my buddies and have him pick me up from down here. His truck should already be on the way. But this is definitely a massive difference as opposed to what was in this driveway before. If you look at what was in this driveway before and you look at what is in this driveway now, the difference is absolutely massive. And I hope that this dude absolutely enjoys the heck out of this truck. But if you guys enjoyed this RP out here on Redlawn, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.